Well, gang, it looks like we got another mystery on our hands. This time is the Guinness Book of World Records scamming YouTubers. If you haven't seen over the past week, there's been a couple of YouTubers on Twitter talking about how Guinness Book of World Records is sending them copyright strikes. This is the big nuclear option that everybody has on YouTube. It's not just taking down a video, it's not just taking the monetization from a video, it is adding one of the 3 strikes you can get until your channel is nuked. And that's a pretty big deal. So Ducky is the person who initially tweeted this out, and the reason the strike happened, because they used the Guinness World Records logo on a thumbnail, which, to be fair, they have the full right of that logo. If they don't want it in a thumbnail, they can remove it. And they said, hey, you know, if you guys are a YouTuber who used this logo, please get rid of that logo, which I guess Laserbeam missed and was a second victim. They got rid of a 5-year-old video with 26 million views about Fortnite because it had the Guinness World Records logo in it. And I don't think it was 144p like this, but still kind of crazy. And it made me look through my log, and it turns out I also had a video with that little logo that I had to get rid of. Why is Guinness World Record doing this? What is going on? That's what I was curious about, and that's what I dug into. And what I found was a little bit more. Before we jump into the story, I have to warn you guys, I have bias here. I am beefing with Guinness World Records, and I have been since I started streaming. Why? Well, the game that I consider myself to be the best at in the world compared to anyone is Mario Party 4. I think I would quash maybe everyone in the world, with the exception of 5 people at this video game. And one of the games in specific that I'm very good at is Mario Medley. It's just one of the mini games that you can play. And there was a Guinness World Record for that game of 50.1 seconds by James Boucher. A dog shit time that I have beaten several times. And I wanted to submit my time to then, you know, get on the website. And I thought that'd be cool. And I had like 50 viewers and I'd be like, yeah, check me out. And I'd be able to make a video about it. So I submitted. The process cost like $50 or something. It took like 6 months to finally get a reply back. And when I did, they said, we don't do video games anymore. We don't remove old records, but we also don't keep up with video games because it's too hard, because it's changing too much, and there's too many things to keep up with. Which is like fine, but like get it off the website then, because it's confusing, and leave it to the pros at speedrun.com to let the real record holders shine. I know I'm 26th, but it's a really impressive. I want you to know this is a very impressive record, and most people could not do this. Anyway, back to the story at hand with the Guinness World Record. This is not a new thing that they've done, aka striking YouTubers. They're very protective of their brand because they have a very large presence on YouTube themselves. And when they work with YouTubers, it's usually very planned. It's not like some YouTuber can just use their name. And this actualized, I should say, in 2020 when Cosmic, the former world record holder for Super Mario Bros., had a video get claimed by the Guinness World Record because he was the best at it and he wrote world record in the title. But that was it. He had the world record. He was the fastest to ever beat Super Mario Bros. They do not have a claim over the term world record, just the specific Guinness World Record and their logo. And this got me thinking, what happened to the Guinness Book of World Records? Where did the book part go? Because that's what I remember. This was my childhood. This book right here, I got at a Scholastic book fair, and I read that shit front to back like 19 times. And I'll tell you, I see that dude with super long nails, and in my head, I can see the super tall guy from America. All that shit. That's what I know Guinness for. But everything changed for Guinness around 2008. And I'm going to let this NPR video explain a bit of that.
Because how do you make money off an amazing photo of the world's largest omelet if anyone can just Google it for free? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because that's the question we made this whole video to answer. Somewhere along the way, customers realized that they could get a lot of press coverage for breaking a record. And Guinness realized we could charge for this.
And that was the shift. Because of the internet, because you could look up anything on Wikipedia if you wanted to see who was the best at this or the fastest at this, or at this point you can just ask Alexa, Siri, or Bixby. All 3 are kind of dog shit in their own right, but ignoring that, and you'll get the answer. And so the new model is no longer, hey, let's try to track human achievements and keep a catalog of it that you can find in a book, although that is still part of their business. The bulk of their business is a team of adjudicators. People, you know, who wear the suits with the Guinness World Records logo and an ascot or whatever the hell that's called, and they work with brands or YouTubers and brands like this air rack video. The no one out pizzas the Hut Pizza Hut air rack world's largest pizza. I think I said that right.
Is the world's largest pizza.
Dude, YouTube is so fucking weird. It's the world's largest pizza, and it is. And it is. I don't think any of it's edible. I imagine that was quickly discarded of, and the ingredients were gone into the dirt and soil. But it is technically the world's largest pizza, and they had an adjudicator there to prove it, and then you get the world record. And you might be wondering, well, how much does this cost? If I want to get the world record, right? What if I want to make the world's biggest pizza? Can I just have an adjudicator come out to me? Not really. Not really. Okay? The Guinness World Records has changed. To get a world record submitted, it doesn't cost too much. You can do it for like $20, something like that. And they have some sort of priority processing fees for like a couple hundred, a few $100s even. And that can lower the, 6-month waiting period to 6 weeks or even 2 weeks. But that is a very small part of the business. If you really want to get shit done, well, then you got to start giving them $12,000 to $500,000. For just the small price of about $12,000, you can get somebody from Guinness World Records on the phone, and they can start talking to you, not only about like, hey, adjudicating a world record, but what world record you could even break. Because at this point, there are 60,000 of them, and a lot of them are fucking insane. You've probably seen videos of it before, but here's one that I saw that I would have never even thought of. I don't think any human would have thought of. Man smashes Guinness World Records for rolling orange with nose. And he has to travel a distance of 1 mile, and he did this at the JFK airport.
But was keen to get the ball rolling. Sorry, orange rolling for this one.
Good one, newscaster. You've done it again, you son of a bitch. And this guy, by the way, is a full-time record breaker. Ashrita Furman, a sprightly 62-year-old, has set more than 600 records and holds over 200. Most of them are just the absurd records. Some more impressive, like going up Mount Fuji by pogo stick, and others, like the nose one with an orange, less impressive. And you watching this could probably break a world record tomorrow if you wanted. Look, this is Zach from Australia, who broke the world record for the longest duration standing on one leg blindfolded. An hour, 7 minutes, and 44 seconds. How did Zach do it? Training for months? No. They tried 2 attempts, and then they were like, fuck it, I'll just do it. And then did it on the 3rd attempt ever. That's like a 1-day activity. And there's a few rules that go along with it, but if you do it, you film it, and you send it in 6 months, congratulations. You will be a Guinness Book of World Record holder. But it's not all just fun and games and new business developments. This was the story of last week tonight, a John Oliver late night show where he talked about how Guinness World Records works with more than just people who want 200 world records or YouTubers who want to work with brands. They also work with dictators, basically dictators, specifically the former leader of Turkmenistan, who ordered the impounding of black cars in the capital of Turkmenistan because he considered the color white to be lucky. And then the police seized all dark-colored vehicles, and their owners were told they must pay to have them repainted silver or white. And the capital, which is known as the City of White Marble, holds the Guinness World Record for the highest concentration of white marble buildings. And they paid the Guinness World Record to come out and adjudicate that and just be like, yep, that's a lot of white buildings, and give them the old stamp because for whatever reason, the leader specifically likes world records and horses, but that's a conversation for another day. And they also banned all vehicles that were not white later on, but there's a lot of other human rights violations about Turkmenistan we could go on about. And to the Guinness World Records defense, they did admit that this was a misstep because of Turkmenistan's human rights record, and they're more careful now about working with like leaders who will kill any dissenters, which is good. Where does that leave us? Well, like most things nowadays, you have really cool thing that everybody likes, but then you have to scale that thing up, and you have to get bigger and make more money and faster. And if you ever start losing money, that's a fucking problem because you have to scale up and only up. And to do that, you have to maybe get a little crafty and change what made the thing originally cool. This happened with Instant Pot rice, that machine that everybody loves that lasts until you die. They went out of business because they wanted to make more and more shit, and it happened with Guinness World Records in 2008. When the book sales started declining, they didn't say, that's okay, we'll just keep doing the book thing and keeping a catalog of records we think are cool. They sold out to brands and YouTubers who want millions of clicks because they got a Guinness World Record that doesn't effectively matter. And it still has its charm, you know? There are still human achievements that we can catalog and look at, and you can see them for free on Wikipedia anyway. But this is the reality with a lot of companies nowadays, which should make you think, because it makes me think sometimes. Anyways, that's it. That's your Guinness World Record YouTuber drama. So if you have a thumbnail with that logo, get rid of it, because you don't want to strike, because that's bad. All right, see you later. Have a good one. Goodbye. See you later. Have a good one. See you later. Have a good day.